What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Puddy, and welcome back to episode 4, I think, of the Roundtable Discussion. I am joined once again by my usual co-host, Dino.
Hello.
And our guest this week is FMChris.
Hello.
So, we don't really have any gaming topics this week, because nothing's happened. But we do have quite a bit of football to discuss. First topic we're going to lead off in is, of course, the nom-nom. Anyone want to start?
I don't really know where to start.
Somebody explain the situation for those who do not know.
I think everyone knows.
Yeah, I think so too, but do you think anyone's missed it?
No, it's impossible to miss.
It is pretty impossible to miss.
Well, what if you live... No, I was about to say what if you live outside of the UK, but it's pretty impossible to miss as well.
Premier League's the most watched league in the world.
I think almost assertively it is. So does anybody think he was just trying to headbutt him?
No.
No.
So we have no defences here.
No,
he
we have no
has
defense.
no defence. They
No.
collided, he grabbed his arm and he just took a chunk out of his arm.
Was he hungry?
No, he's a fucking idiot. It's not normal.
As far as we'll be gone from Liverpool by the end of the season.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
It's a topsy.
He should, but...
It's 10 games.
10 games is minor. Eric Cantona got banned for like 6 months.
I think it was 9.
Yeah, something like that. Rio Ferdinand got banned for 9 or 10 months for missing a drugs test.
Yeah.
And Luis Suarez gets a 10-game ban.
The biggest problem I have with this, because the act is undefensible, and he deserved a lengthy ban, is what the FA have done here is that they've come up with a 10-match ban, which is their biggest match ban in a couple of years now, over 2 incidents of racial abuse, and the Joey Barton incident, which I think was actually longer. I think that was 12 matches.
I think Terry got banned for more. No.
Terry got banned for less than Suarez.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. The thing is, though, if they'd come out and said, alright, we're banning for 10 months, and now we're going to be more strict, 10 matches, I mean, now we're going to be more strict, I'd be happy with that. But all
They
they've
should have
done
banned
is-
him for 6 months.
Yeah, all they've done is they've just come out and said, alright, we've banned him for 10 months, we don't care about our previous decisions, we're still going to go on being inconsistent nonsense.
It's ridiculous. It shows that if you bite someone, you get more of a ban than being racist to someone. Because
So being
Terry got
racist
like a
is worse.
3-match ban, did he?
Yeah, and Suarez only got an 8
And
match
Suarez
ban.
got one as well, yeah.
He only got 8 matches, and I mean Terry got 3 matches, or 4 matches, whatever it was, and Suarez got 8 matches.
And you get 10 matches for a bite, but you get 3 or 4 for racism. That's ridiculous.
Just shows that if you're on the pitch and you feel like biting someone, racially abuse them instead.
But if I bite someone at work, I'll
Yeah.
get locked up for being a fucking psycho. And I'll get sacked. Ah, it's ridiculous, man. I hate Liverpool, so I shouldn't really be talking about this. I'd be very biased.
So Paddy here is a Liverpool supporter.
Yes!
I can't. I don't.
Well,
like
I'm a Brighton supporter, so I'm all fine.
Oh
Just-
dear.
Brighton are amazing.
This is awkward. This is awkward.
A Brighton, Reading, and a Liverpool supporter.
I'm the only red.
Brighton
Let's talk
scored all your
about who
goals
we
in the FA Cup
support.
tie.
What happened in the FA Cup though?
So Brighton, start off with them. Had a good season,
Yes.
sitting 4th in the table, beating Blackpool 6-1
I did see.
the weekend.
I haven't even looked at the Championship all season.
Well, Cardiff just got promoted, so
Yeah.
won title, so I've been hearing a lot about that. Where I live,
Let's talk about Liverpool season. Apart from the Suarez incident.
I still think it's a step forward. It's one place forward for them. Yeah.
What you've done this season.
Hmm?
Where are you in the league?
7th.
5
Yeah.
points behind Everton.
With a Newcastle game that we should win, and a Derby game that should be the decider.
It's not too bad, considering your start.
Yeah, we had like Arsenal, City, United, like all in a 5-match period.
You're just going for a transition space.
Yeah.
But you're not doing it as good as other teams do.
Yeah.
You're just buying shite. Andy Carroll. No, let's not talk about Andy Carroll.
I'm very happy that he's doing well at West Ham because I'm hoping he's going to come back and play.
He won't though because you don't play to the start. That's why I don't want to talk about it because it annoys me. You sign a big guy who can't really use his feet, yet you don't play to his strengths. What's the point of signing him?
Well, I think the problem we had in January was we didn't get enough bodies in the box, and the two players that we've now put in the team more often to try and get bodies in the box is John Joe Shelby and Daniel Sturridge.
Yeah, but what have you done? What you've done is you might as well. It's like Messi going to Stoke and asking him to head the balls on a fucking throw-in. It's retarded. You buy players to give him service in the box like Downing, and Downing never gave him the service. And it wasn't because he was shit, it's because of the way you were asked to play.
Yeah, played him on the right, and he's not going to make crosses on the right. He's going to try and cut inside.
How much did you spend on him?
Who, Downing or Andy Carroll?
Both.
Together? Upwards of 50 mil, I think.
Jesus Christ.
And again, you add Suarez and what's his name, Aquilani into that mix, and you're going above the hundreds.
Yeah, but Suarez has played very well this season.
Yeah.
Considering he's been banned quite a lot, and he's banned for the rest of the season. He's 1 goal behind Van Persie. No, actually, he's 3 now.
Is he? No, he was 3.
No, it's 4 because he scored a hat trick.
Yeah, but no, Van Persie's only 1 above because he scored the hat trick.
Ah, okay.
I think so. Anyway. He's missed 18 games. Well, he's gonna miss 18 games in English football out of 3 years. If you think about it.
So how many games has he missed this season? Ignore the 10-game ban though.
Alright, I think he's missed 1 through suspension.
That's not bad.
And he's never been. Funny thing is, he's never been sent off for Liverpool.
He should have though.
Never in 2.5 years, he's never been sent off.
That's fine, but he's a fucking nut job.
I know. I can't believe it. There are some.
It's like saying Roy Keane's only been sent off about 6 times. Minor. He's played about 600 games. Minor.
Who's that like really old Fulham defender who's only been sent off once?
I'll
I can't remember his name.
have a look quickly.
Is he a manager now and he's Welsh?
No, I don't. I think he's still playing.
Defender,
Hughes?
No.
Risa.
No. I think he's a centre back.
Kelly? Even though he's at Reading now?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, to be fair.
Sorry about it. Although I do rate Risa, very good player.
I tell you what you should talk about. Michael Carrick.
What about
Thoughts on Michael Carrick?
Will be nominated for the Player of the Year.
I don't see him. I don't rate him.
Oh yes, I'm so glad you said that.
Why
don't you rate him?
I just don't. I don't see enough of United for one thing, and so I can't really speak. But
And you're a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I'd still give United's players the credit unless they're Rooney. But
Wait, we'll go on to Rooney next then.
I just don't like Rooney as an attitude and as a handle. I don't really care. I don't see enough of Carrick. I just don't see it. I'm sure he has an impact on the style of play and I'm sure he has an impact on organising the midfield and the defence. But I just don't see. I don't see enough United games, and I don't see enough of Carrick in those United games to really make a judgment.
Okay. Would you say Carrick is good enough to be in the centre mid for England?
Probably. I think he fills the same kind of role that Frank Lampard does.
Wait, what does Lampard do?
I think he's one of those kind of behind the two normal centre mids kind of players that kind of has an influence on the pace of how they play and tries to.
What, for England?
No, I mean for Chelsea.
I was about to say.
I haven't seen enough of Lampard for England either.
That's because you don't see any of them.
He's always on the bench.
Probably Scott Parker's a great player, but I just think England had so many good central midfielders last summer that I don't understand why Scott Parker was playing so much.
You don't think he's good enough for the England squad?
Oh, I think he's good enough for the England squad. I just don't think he's the first choice player to go alongside.
So you're telling me you would have Gerrard and Lampard together in the centre mid?
Yeah, I think I would.
what do you think?
Oh, not now. I just remembered Gerrard's a further back player now.
Oh no, we'll go back like a couple of seasons ago,
Okay,
or
yeah.
like a year ago.
I'd have
So
those.
you would have Gerrard and Lampard in your team. Do you not? What do you think you're losing having both of them in the midfield? What does every team need? That these type of players get overseen.
Holding midfielder.
Nah, kind of like holding minute. You need someone who's going to win the ball.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Every team has one. Carrick wins the ball more than most players.
That's something I think Lampard does lack. He's a very good passer.
Gerrard isn't too bad, but yeah, they're similar players. But they're played in different roles. But every team needs that type of player. Who Mikel does it for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Busquets does it for Barca. Javi Martinez, Luis Gustavo do it for Bayern.
Alonso can do it certain times.
Yeah.
Luis does it when he's played further forward.
Alonso's more of a deep line playmaker.
Yeah, he is.
Khedira's the box-to-box ball winner.
Yeah.
But yeah, every team needs one. And if you have a team that doesn't really have one, you can see why they struggle.
Someone to wrestle control the midfield rather than hold it.
Arsenal's a prime example. You can't have... Well, Wilshire's not that bad. Wilshire's kind of... He's quite all-rounded. He can win the ball, he can go box-to-box, and he can play as a deep line. But you need just an out-and-out person who's going to win the ball. Like Scott Parker.
The person that comes to mind for that role is that Ukrainian guy. I can't remember his name. Stefano Stepanenko or something like that. Plays for Shakhtar, and he kind of plays in that role.
Who the hell is that?
I've never heard of him.
Where did you just pluck that from?
I watched quite a bit of Shakhtar this season, and I see him playing in that role. Type in the do you know, while you're on Wikipedia, type in Shakhtar and look for Stefano Stepanenko.
You're probably saying the name completely wrong.
Shakhtar.
Yes, I'm saying that name completely wrong. There's a
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Shaktism, I don't want that. Shakhtar.
Was it start with?
What?
Stepanenko.
Something like that. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it is.
Taras Stepanenko.
Yes. I do.
Never heard of him.
Well, their names are bloody the same. So is it like Stefano or something?
Something like that.
Stefano. What number? Do you know what number he is?
8 maybe?
8.
Perhaps.
There is no 8.
I don't know. I
Let's
haven't
take a
seen
look at
Shakhtar since
midfield,
January, so I don't know.
Can't find anyone with that name.
I must look this up now. And the podcast goes silent.
As we look for someone that Puddy has made us.
Probably doesn't exist. I've probably seen someone playing for Shakhtar in that role, and then I've seen someone on FM, and it's just clicked.
Sure he's not a regen?
I'm sure he's not a regen. Nah, I'm sure there's somebody in this.
I think you just attached yourself to a regen. He's not real, but you found it into your mind that he is real.
I've been attached to somebody.
Taras Stepanenko.
I said that one.
I know, and I said he was right.
I've been attached to some regens on Football Manager.
Oh yeah.
Can't say I ever have.
No.
No.
It was when I remember he's French and he had African descent, and his name was Zakaria Benali, and he was a right forward with left foot. I remember he was the Liverpool captain in 2020, and he won the Ballon d'Or like 4 times in a row. He's a bit of a legend.
So many people find like this regen. Like apparently every time there's a Brazilian called Paco or something, they always find one. And apparently he's always a beast.
Jamil Adam is always a beast.
He is a beast.
He's not actually that good though. That's the thing in FM.
He's a legend. He used to be a beast.
You know when I was editing Jimmy Latham for the Talbot series?
Yeah.
Was he like 22 years old? And he's got a minus potential ability.
Wow. So he starts off well, but
No, he
becomes
starts off crap.
Yeah.
He starts off like Blue Square Bet Premier level.
They still not changed his Wikipedia page back.
Does it still say that he shared a flat with Messi?
Yeah, he still shares a flat with Messi. Wow.
Just to fill Chris in, Dino's found a guy called Jimmy Latham, who apparently on his Wikipedia page it says he grew up in Man City where he shared a flat with Messi.
It says he began his career in the Premiership side with Man City while sharing a flat with Messi, where he won the club's 2008 Academy Player of the Year. This is all bullshit, by the way.
I can't. Oh wait. Oh, it does say that. That's incredible. Are you sure he didn't win the Player of the Year?
No, it's a lie. I think half of that is what my friend wrote.
Did he make his debut against Cardiff City?
No.
Did he score 2 goals in a 4-1 win at Buxton?
Probably. That seems to be where he belongs.
And then did he score against Glossop Town the next day?
The next day?
Yeah.
No, that can't be right.
I
So
don't know.
there was a lot more on there, but it all got
You
deleted.
just need to get like a massive like biography for him and copy and paste it in every time they change it. Like he was inspired by Messi.
Well, so other than that, what about the Champions League? These last 2 days?
I predicted an all German final, and it looks like it's likely.
It's likely that Real's still got,
Real's still got good.
Barca's still got a second leg, but I don't see them both coming back. Or not Real.
I think Barca are good.
I think Real are more likely.
I don't think either ties over. Madrid can very easily score 3 or 4 goals at home, same as Barca.
Madrid can score 3 or 4. I don't know whether Barca can score 4 without.
It's a totally different game and totally different dynamic when you're at the Camp Nou.
Yeah.
They'll have the space they want.
If Bayern score 1, Barcelona have to score 6.
Oh, if they score, it's game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they could very easily score.
Just takes one mistake by Barcelona.
So Barca's defending yesterday was awful. When I was
It's because
watching-
they were pressured so highly. They did it to Juve.
They couldn't win those second balls at all.
Bayern are all over Juve. If you don't give them any space, they can't play. That's what Bayern are good at.
Bayern did fantastic at in Juve. Have they moved to the Juventus Stadium yet?
Yeah, they've been there for like 3 years.
Why have I?
The Del Appy's gone. It was demolished like 10 years ago.
That's depressing.
It's a fucking horrible stadium. Absolutely disgusting stadium.
What did you dislike about the stadium?
There was just no atmosphere. The fans were like miles away from the pitch.
Ah, yeah, I've seen that be a problem before.
Shitty stadium.
Do you think there's going to be a problem then with West Ham's new stadium?
Yeah. I can't wait till they go there.
Do
Idiots.
you think they'll fill a stadium?
Oh, I think they can fill the stadium
Do you
in.
think they'll fill it every game though?
Pretty much. It will help the club financially, but not in like the atmosphere wise. Like the Emirates isn't too bad.
No.
It's in the middle, but Juventus Stadium and Bayern Stadium are the prime example of what modern stadiums should be like. They're so close to the pitch, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like Dortmund Stadium, you can see tonight.
The Liberty Stadium's pretty good.
Fuck is the Liberty Stadium?
Swansea City.
Oh yeah, you got hairdressers outside.
Yeah, we do.
Facts.
So the Amex is quite close to the pitch as well. When I went to watch Brighton play the other week at Charlton.
I remember we watched a Wales game the other day, and we were really close to the pitch.
What about Reading Stadium, Chris? How good's that?
It's pretty much the same as Swansea's.
Ah,
The same guy built both of them.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, they both look the same.
So I know some people in Swansea that don't live too far from the Liberty Stadium. I can see it from their house when I go down there.
It's nice from the outside. Got a nice exterior. I remember walking there a couple of weeks ago and you could see it from miles off.
What do you think about Goats going to
Bayern.
Bayern? Bit of a stupid move.
Stupid move, maybe.
Nah, this is a fucking great move.
It's a great move for Bayern.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola is building the team he wants. He'll have Goetze and fucking Cruz. That's all you need. Tony Cruz is probably one of the best midfielders in the world. He's so good. A boy can single-handedly change the dynamic of a game. And most players can't do that. They'll have Goetze, Cruz and Schweinsteiger.
That Bayern team next year will be unstoppable.
Well, I don't know. You never know. If Guardiola might change the system, but I don't think he will.
That's a fair point. The team's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's not finished Bayern yet.
All they need is a centre-back and they're fine.
Yeah, I agree. Did Guardiola have a part in this signing?
Yeah.
I'm wondering, because he's not actually the manager yet, is he?
Yep, Heinix doesn't have any power
Okay.
in buying players because he's leaving at the end of the season.
Yeah. I was wondering if they had like a director of football or whether it was just Guardiola.
He's not happy, I know that.
Who the current manager?
Yep, because he wants another year, but he can't. Because obviously they've already... Unless Guardiola agrees to it, but I don't think he will.
I don't know, maybe... no, I don't think he will either, but if he wins the Champions League, I'm not sure.
No, he's retiring.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I don't... Well, that was the point of him not signing a contract and Guardiola coming in. Jupp Heynckes was going to retire, but I don't think he wants to now.
Okay.
That's why he wants to stay on for another year. I don't think they'll win it.
No, I don't think so either.
If Dortmund get to the final, I'm putting Dortmund down.
I'm all... my prediction...
It'll be Dortmund or Madrid.
My prediction, like, yesterday, was there's going to be a 3-3 and Goetze was going to score an extra time. So
I think with Real Madrid, I think Mourinho will leave probably if he loses the next
I
game.
think he'll leave anyway.
I think he was planning to leave at the end of the season.
His time in Spain is over.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty shitty one.
Yeah.
He's had it tough though. He's been up against an informed Barca for like 3 years straight.
Unless you start to lose his dressing room.
He's never had the dressing room.
Not properly, but this year it's...
Some of those players are fucking pathetic.
So, new Chelsea manager, Didier Drogba?
Are you serious?
No, I'm joking.
I was about to slap you. Fucking Didier Drogba.
He did say in an interview in a rather joking way though.
You wonder where Mourinho would go after Madrid.
I just don't see it being Chelsea.
I think he's just waiting for Sir Alex to retire.
I don't see him going to Man United either. I just don't think it's his type of club.
Oh, he'll go.
If he's given the opportunity to go. I don't know. How long should Alex got left?
2-3 years.
Didn't we say that like 10 years ago?
Yeah, good. Still going.
Yeah.
Still the best manager in the world. Greatest manager of all time.
It's hard to find an argument to argue with that. So with how...
It's because there isn't one, unfortunately.
Exactly.
As much as you hate the man, I know a lot of people hate him, but stats speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Mourinho may beat him, and I think he could.
Oh yeah,
Due
Mourinho's
to the amount of more like Champions Leagues he can get. Because Fergie's only won 2. Mourinho's got 2, 3?
Porto and Inter. So yeah, I think it's...
Yeah, 2.
He's gonna get one more.
He could easily get 3 or 4.
Yeah. He could easily get more than that. It depends. He's probably going to retire young. He's not going to go until 70 odd.
He might do.
If he does, then he's got a lot of time left to win as much as he wants.
Let's see how he does.
How many more clubs can you go to though? Because he doesn't spend like 10, 15 years at a club, does he? Do you think he's waiting to find that perfect match, or do you think that's just his style?
I think he is just waiting to go to United
Do you think he'll stay there for a good chunk of time?
until he starts losing like Real. What's happened to Real?
I think he'll retire early though, like 50 something.
We'll see.
I don't think any manager will ever go as long as Fergie's done. Fergie's almost 80.
Yeah, and he still jumped around when United won the title.
Oh, he's 71.
Alright.
Yeah, he's not really 80. I was going to say. Like, he's
Actually,
not really-
Trapattoni's older than him.
That was Trapattoni.
Trapattoni's 74.
Does he jump around though?
Nah, he's a moody fucker. But Trapattoni's been at Milan, Juve, Inter, Bayern, Fiorentina, Benfica, Stuttgart.
So I wonder if United can retain the title next season, because I think they played that well this season.
If Ireland win the World Cup, he'll jump around like Fergie. I think he'll jump around more than that.
I don't think United will win the title again.
Ever?
I think he'll go
Oh, they'll
back.
win it ever. Fucking hell.
I think Chelsea might have a go at it next season if they get the
don't-
right players in.
Yeah, I don't think United have played amazingly well. They've been consistent and they've won the important games. City have been pretty poor.
I think.
And most Chelsea have had it tough, Liverpool have had it tough, Arsenal have had it tough. So they haven't really had much of a challenge.
I think Aston Villa will make a title challenge next year.
No way.
Depends if they go down.
Uh,
Yeah,
He's
maybe.
put, he's
maybe
put far
Championship.
too much faith in his youngsters.
yeah. If it pays off though,
Yeah, but not when you get relegated.
no.
They could still go down.
They still go down and lose all of their young players. At that point.
So I think Wigan will go down.
Hmm.
So QPR and Reading's fate has pretty much been sealed.
Yeah, whoever loses on Sunday, go down officially.
Oh, City, Reading are already down.
Yeah, but are they both down like mathematically? Or one of them down?
No, but they'll go down next week.
Well, if
So QPR will follow them.
yeah,
And then I hope it's Wigan. I hate Wigan. They just escape it every year. It's like they play so bad at the start and then they just like kick into gear at the end.
I think Wigan play good football now.
I think we can play good football.
They play like 3-5-2. They just don't have. There was a stat the other day that one Arsenal game beats the entire income Wigan get all year.
I saw that a couple of months ago. That just reminded me of some reason. It's completely off topic. Gareth Bale has had more shots on target outside the box than Stoke. That was a couple of months ago now. It was like February, so that's a month ago.
So probably the overachievers this season is probably West Brom, I'd say.
Swansea.
Yeah,
And Swansea.
Nah,
yeah.
do you know, I think Swansea have just done
those two.
steady.
Yeah.
West Ham have done pretty well, 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming straight back up, but they had a good team anyway, to be fair.
So that Michu that Swansea got, he is a beast.
Yeah.
He is a beast.
I don't
So
see
they
where he's
got-
going though.
Got him for 2 million, 21 goals this season.
Oh yeah, the deal's incredible. I mean, it's not as good as Heskey's deal. I mean, come on. Newcastle got him for free.
Oh dear. Newcastle.
Newcastle Jets.
How well's he actually done there?
I don't have no clue. I know his kid scored in the training session though.
Wow.
He scored 9 in 23.
It's not bad.
It's decent.
Yeah. It's almost as good as Andy Carroll.
Not as bad as Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck is terrible. It's like 2 in like 19 or something.
Yeah, but he brings so much more to their
Yeah.
attack. He's not a poacher. He's not a goal scorer. In a way, you can't have two strikers who are just out and out goal scorers. It doesn't work.
So I guess United got Van Persie for the main goal scorer.
Well, you got Rooney.
We usually
Yeah,
play
but Rooney's been
behind.
underperforming this season.
He's been underperforming, but he still brings more to the game than most players in the fucking whole league.
Yeah. Was he still? He's still like 5th in the goal scoring charts.
No, but it's just him as an all-round
Yeah.
player.
Yeah. I'm just
But yeah,
saying,
he should score more. Even when Van Persie wasn't there, he didn't score enough. He never has, and he never will.
he's had injury problems this year at the start of it though.
No, I'm talking about his whole United
Yeah,
career.
I know. I'm just saying.
He's
This
been at United for a while now.
Yeah.
was it 11 years now? More than that.
2004, 2005 was it? They
Oh,
signed him from Everton.
So was
It wouldn't surprise me if he left.
No.
He scored 141 goals in 273 games, which is actually all right.
Mm.
So I think Hernandez has been not played enough this season.
He can't get in though.
So I think he's a good player, but he just hasn't been played enough.
There's a difference between like United and other teams. United have a very, very good squad.
It's deep. It's got a good strength and depth.
City on paper have probably the best squad in the league, but they don't use it.
Yeah.
The teams like Chelsea don't really have a good enough squad. When you bring in a player like Torres, who doesn't really... He's doing alright now, but he just goes through stages where he just doesn't do anything.
So he scored 20 goals this season.
I still can't bring myself to hate Torres. I feel
How many
sorry.
goals he scored this season?
20.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at the BBC Sport thing. It says Torres scored 20.
How many in the league?
I think probably not that many. Probably all the Champions League ones.
He scored 14 Premier League goals in 78 appearances for Chelsea. For a player of his calibre, that's awful.
So I think Hazard has brought a lot to Chelsea this season.
I think
Who?
Mata's been
Hazard.
coming to his prime.
Oh, Hazard's a fantastic player.
I think that whole attacking midfield three are just what makes Chelsea a good attacking force.
I don't think Oscar's that good now. He will be, but
Yeah.
He looks like he's 12 though.
he's doing alright considering how small he is.
They do have
Yeah.
George Saville if they ever need to bring someone to the youth.
Who?
George Saville.
Fuck is that?
He played. I remember him because of his name. He played on Halloween against, I think it was United, in the Capital One Cup on the bench.
He played on the bench.
Okay, he was on the bench.
The only thing I hate about Chelsea is their fans.
What's wrong with their fans?
It's just that they just diss Rafa and say Rafa's done quite well there.
He's done alright. It's because they didn't want him.
Yeah.
You wouldn't support a manager you don't want.
Because he hates them. Or
It's like Sam Allardyce going to United. United fans wouldn't want him.
or
He wouldn't go, but
or
like...
Jose Mourinho going to Barcelona. He's historically talked about them.
Yeah, I'd say Man City they probably could have won the title, as you said, Chris, about their team. They have the best squad in the league, and you said they haven't used it.
Well, they haven't scored anywhere near the amount of goals they should have.
Yeah, that's the main thing. The people they look to score goals just haven't been. They've been alright, but they haven't been what they.
They've scored 59 goals. United have scored 78. They got the best defence in the league. They only scored 30 goals. They conceded 30 goals even. But they just haven't scored enough.
So they have the best keeper in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
What other football things have happened apart from saying United winning the title and the Suarez bite?
Well, we could go all the way back to the Millwall riots, if you want to, Carl. I'm sure you'd like to indulge.
That's probably something that a football, so anyone that would follow football wouldn't want to talk about.
I'm sure you want to talk about it though.
I didn't pay any attention to it.
Neither did I.
It just disgusts me that they would do that.
I was really looking forward to that match to be a brilliant atmosphere because it was two of the smaller but still on the higher echelon of English football. At Wembley, they can fill the stadium, the winner goes to Europe. It was such a big game and it could have been fantastic, but it ended up like that.
So Wigan definitely deserved it more than Millwall.
Yeah. I was
And
hoping
Wigan
it'd be,
got it.
I was hoping it'd be Wigan, Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Yeah, they were the team that played Millwall in the in the quarters.
So Blackburn's another team that's had a shocking season.
Yeah, I expected them to be at least in fighting for the playoffs.
So they probably won't get relegated, but they came close to it.
How far away from Wolves from relegation now?
They're in the
They're
relegation
in the
zone.
relegation.
I think Dean's Orders has won 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
So the games they've got left is Burnley and Brighton.
Oof. Wolves
For Brighton's home record this season has been pretty damn good.
and Wolves versus Burnley, I'd probably take Burnley.
They're 3 points away from safety anyway,
Wolves or Wolves.
so they're going to have to win both games. If they lose
Yeah.
next week, it's pretty much over. Or it will go down to the last game. If Huddersfield win, then it's over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huddersfield had a great start to the season. They were up in the playoff spots.
Now they've lost it.
Where are they now?
They're 20th. They're
Ah,
just above Peterborough. If Peterborough win, then Wolves are going to have a really, really tough time.
If any of the clubs if Peterborough or Barnsley win, then Wolves are pretty much down. I don't think they'll win their last 2.
So Bristol City are down at the moment. Then again, I think they were down a while ago.
yeah, I remember. I think they went down like 2 weeks ago.
Wolves have got Burnley next.
Yeah, and then they've got Brighton on the last day.
And Brighton are fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, they only need 1 point. Then they've got a playoff spot. Oh, Brighton Crystal Palace. That'll be a good match.
We're Crystal Palace now.
They're 5th.
Oh,
They're right behind Brighton.
and it's Leicester and Bolton fighting for 6th, isn't it?
It's Leicester, Bolton, and Nottingham Forest.
Ah, yeah.
And then if Charlton win their next match, maybe Charlton.
Charlton. If Charlton get a consecutive promotion, that'd be massive. Be weird seeing them in the Premier League just 2 years after they're in League One, man. They had a great
Yeah.
season last year.
So actually Celtic have won another SPL. I hate Scottish football because it's just a one-team league.
I enjoy all the matches are pretty good, to be fair.
Because it's going to be Celtic every season, and then until Rangers come back, and then it will just be the same as it was.
I don't know, like we were talking about a few weeks ago. I think it's going to take them a couple of years to
I
build.
think they'll go straight back up and win it. But that's just what I think.
So, in the Premier League, do you think it's just between Wigan and Villa now, or do you think Sunderland or Newcastle or somebody's going to be dragged into it?
Depends how they play, who the others play. I say from 11th up. Actually, no, it's a bit.
It's a bit high.
13th up.
Yeah.
So I think Norwich are safe. It'd probably be down to Sunderland, Stoke, Newcastle, Villa and Wigan.
No, I just think I think QPR and Reading are down, and it's between Wigan and Villa. Because if Newcastle, Stoke and Sunderland win, that's that 40-point mark. Done. Even a point.
Who do you think do you think any of them will come straight back up?
I think Reading did. QPR, no. They'll go through
How badly will it
such
be?
a transition, it'll be
Yeah.
unreal.
I think QPR. Oh, I think what Harry Redknapp's doing is doing what he did to Pompey.
He hasn't
It's-
really had much of a choice, though.
I know he hasn't had much of a choice. He's had to get good players in to keep him up, but if he does it too quickly, then it'll just run him into debt.
Oh, they'll be in debt next season. Depends how much money the owners will pump in, because their wages are ridiculously high for a bottom club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Second bottom. They got more wages than Swansea in that.
I think-
Swansea, West Brom.
I think Chris Samba is on more money than Luis Suarez.
All the big guys will get loaned out just to offload the wages. They won't be able to sell them.
Yeah, that's what I was. thinking they're not going to be able to sell those players.
And I think Villa will go down.
I think the only people they can probably sell is someone will come along to buy Remy.
But
Will it-
he's on so much.
I know, but I think he's good enough to be like a developing player at a bigger club.
'Cause I think Wigan and Villa play each other at the end of the season, like on the last day.
Yeah, we can play somebody. I think it might be Villa. That's the thing. That's the thing about Wigan is they usually have the big matches in their running, and they
Reading they got QPR next.
do really well. Yeah, so we're gonna have
So whoever loses will go down.
mathematically.
I think so.
I think if Villa win another match, I think they're both down.
Yes, it's Reading QPR this weekend, and whoever, as you said, Chris, wins will go down. I think Reading might win it.
Yeah.
But QPR have got, other than
If Reading win all their games, they'll get like 36 points. So if Villa win, then that's it. They're both down.
Yeah.
No matter what happens on Saturday.
So
Villa even.
So QPR have got pretty tough match. They've got Arsenal after Reading, and then finally they got Liverpool.
Which still win 3-0.
Before that, Newcastle. So Reading haven't had that bad of a season. They've had quite a lot of 1-0 defeats to some
We've
big
had
teams.
an awful season. Look at the amount we've scored 37 goals. I think that's the second lowest. No, it's the sixth lowest. But we conceded more goals than anyone in the league.
And you somehow managed to keep a clean sheet against us.
And the last time we won was against Sunderland.
So you almost beat United.
And that was 2.5 months ago.
You probably could have snatched all the points against Liverpool. With how well McCarthy was playing that night.
So I think Reading could probably come back out.
Yeah. If Villa go down and they keep enough players.
I think they'll keep him.
Yeah.
They'll lose like Benteke.
Yeah.
And they'll offload like the likes of Darren Bent and that.
I think if they keep Weimann, he could be essential, especially if they go back up and keeping them up. I think he's really important. And obviously I think they need to strengthen the defence with some older players. The defence is the biggest thing about the young squad. There's just so many mistakes this season.
So I still remember that League Cup match that Reading played against Arsenal.
Yeah, me too.
Bloody hell, 4-0. And then threw it.
Top 4? Any thoughts?
Top 4, I think it'll stay the same.
What's that? Chelsea, Arsenal?
Chelsea, Arsenal, City, United.
Yeah, I think it will stay. I think the top 7 will stay the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see West Brom overtaking Liverpool anytime.
I don't know, I could very easily see us taking very few points out of the remaining 4 games.
Say Tottenham maybe, it just depends how Chelsea play.
Yeah, and Chelsea have got so many more fixtures. They have a potential 7, while Tottenham have 4.
Because, yeah, Chelsea have got their Europa League.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chelsea have a
Barca.
chance of winning the Europa League. So I don't know why Chelsea fans keep moaning about fucking
Yeah,
Benitez.
I know, but that's what Benitez wants. Benitez wants another trophy before he leaves.
I think Chelsea could probably win the Europa League.
To be honest with you, I hope I do. They do.
Well, they should.
Who's in the other semi-final? It's Benfica, right?
And Fenerbahce.
Is it Fenerbahce and Benfica?
Yep.
I think Benfica will get through that.
Yeah.
It'll be a Benfica-Chelsea final and Benfica may win it. They haven't lost for a very, very long time, Benfica.
Are they top of the Portuguese league?
I think they are.
Porto have had a bad season.
Have they?
conference?
No, Benfica are 4 points ahead of Porto.
Ah,
They haven't lost all season. Benfica haven't lost, Porto haven't lost all season.
well, they're both unbeaten.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Conference.
conference.
I haven't looked at the conference since Crawley Town were in there.
Mansfield have gone straight up. Wrexham have a 2-1 lead from the first leg. And last time I checked, which was a couple of hours ago, Newport were 0-0 with Grimsby. Exciting stuff.
The only other reason I'd look at the conference is for Dover Athletic. And I only look at them because that's the team I mainly play as in FM.
I always like to keep an eye on Wrexham and Newport.
Do you have anyone you like in the conference, Chris, or you don't really follow
No,
it?
I don't really care about the conference.
So I only followed it when Crawley were in there.
Yeah. Like I said, I've had 2 teams close to me in there for like the last 10 years, so I've been following it for a while.
So the only teams I follow are the teams that are close to me, which is Crawley and Brighton. So other teams that are close to me are probably Reading and other places like that. Because I don't think I live that far away from Reading.
Whereabouts you live?
Burgess Hill, which is a town north of Brighton.
For about 45 minutes away, I don't know.
Yeah. Not that far, I don't think.
So do you guys want to wrap up the show by talking about what you guys are going to be doing on YouTube this week?
Can if you want.
Alright.
I'll do mine last because it will take about 10 seconds.
Okay, well Dino doesn't actually... Well, actually, do you want to talk about what's going on?
Mine will probably take shorter, actually. I'd say what's coming up on the channel from me. I'd say pretty much I've got Fallout 3 on the channel, and I think that's it, actually, yeah.
Well,
I'm
you
done.
do the podcast.
And the podcast as well, yeah.
For me, I've got the Talbot Town series on the round table. What days is that going up?
For my schedule, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Alright. And then me and Civ 5, me and Tanner's Civ 5 Cold War stuff goes up on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yep.
And then I have got the podcast on Sundays. And on my own channel, I'm back to proper scheduling. So I got the HSV series. On Monday, we play... Damn, I can't remember. I think it's Cologne. And then on Wednesday, it's Dusseldorf, and then on Friday it's Valencia. That's it.
What have you got coming up on your channel then, Chris?
Football Manager.
As always.
I don't really have a schedule. I don't get why people have schedules.
We only have it because we have loads of series, and it just makes it easier.
And 7 people.
I've
Yeah.
got 3 series, but like when I come home, I just select what the fuck I want. I don't really upload on certain days. I don't really upload certain videos on certain days, certain series on certain days. Hell, I don't even have an intro.
You do stream like every Sunday though, right?
I stream every Sunday at 8 PM.
Gotta get that in there. Alright, I think we can just wrap up the show. Bit of a short one this week.
Yeah, I need sleep.
Everyone's channel links are in the description, and we will see you guys next week for another podcast.
Bye.